This season, Phil Foden has finally emerged as the leader of Manchester City and is exceeding all expectations on the pitch. Not only that, he is also living his best life outside of it. Today, we are gonna reveal how much Phil earns, what supercars he owns, who owns his heart, and what heartwarming secret lies behind his shirt number. Hit the like button if you also enjoy Foden's performances and consider him to be the best player of the season in the Premier League. With that out of the way, let's get going! Phil Foden was born in Stockport, Greater Manchester, a small city of just over 100,000 people. His father, Phil Foden Sr., worked at a local business, and his mother, Claire, was a housekeeper. Phil developed a passion for football right away. He wasn't interested in any other things. He was the cheapest kid ever. Just get him a wind ball and he'd be happy. He didn't care about anything else. No games, no toys, nothing. Just football, Foden's mother recalls. His parents believed that football was the only truly developed activity in economically weak Manchester. Because of this, Phil was sent to the Manchester City Academy at the age of 4. The choice in favor of Man City was made for a good reason. The family's mother is a huge fan of the team, whereas his father and older brother are Manchester United fans. Eventually, Phil decided to side with his mom. "My mom used to buy me loads of City stuff, like a pencil case, a calendar, an alarm clock. I had a City batting set. The whole bedroom was covered in team posters. I looked like crazy," Foden shared. At the club, almost all the youth coaches quickly noticed Phil's abilities, and at the age of 16, the young man penned his first professional contract. The citizens value his talent so much, they even covered all of Phil's tuition fees. After the 7th grade, he entered the prestigious St. Bede's College, where tuition fees ranged from £8,000 to £11,000 per year, which the club covered in full, providing Foden with an individualized program that helped him combine his studies with training. His parents were also there for him all along, taking their kid to every training session and supporting him in any way they could. As time went on, Foden made his way to the first team, gained a bit of popularity, and made a lot of big money. The guy used it to thank his family for their support. Foden bought a £2.8 million house in Cheshire for his parents and lived there with them until 2021. More recently, Phil spent about £3 million on a 5-bedroom mansion in the upscale town of Pratsbury, a 5-minute drive from the family home. Surely, Foden earns most of his money for his luxurious properties from playing the #1 game, but not only. As of March 2024, according to Capology, Foden's salary at Manchester City amounts to €15 million a year, €263,000 a week. His contract with the Sky Blues is valid until the summer of 2027. In fact, the Englishman earns additional income from sponsorship deals. At the age of 14, Phil became one of Nike's athletes. The financial side of the deal remains a secret, but in one of their commercials, Nike representatives once noted that millions of dollars invested in Foden pay off with his energy and the involvement of many young customers who want to be like him. Since April 2023, Foden has been the ambassador of the British jewelry brand Cernucci, which brings together football stars, hip-hop stars, and people who appreciate street culture. Under the agreement, Phil receives a monthly fixed sum in exchange for promoting Cernucci in the global information space. In the fall of 2023, the company's social media page reported that sales of its jewelry bracelets, rings, earrings, and chains had increased by more than 30% after signing Foden. Phil also has a partnership with Hugo Boss and makes some investments. In the summer of 2021, he, along with England striker Harry Kane and defender Harry Maguire, invested in Star Sports. The company produces sensors that can be used to track various indicators of athletes. Among Foden and his partner's priorities is promotion of a lightweight version of the system called the Apex Athlete Series. The system is mostly in demand among amateur teams and track and field athletes. On top of that, Foden is having great success in social media. He boasts 11 million followers on Instagram, with a combined 10 million followers on X and Facebook. According to the Daily Mail, the Man City star usually charges between from £2,500 to £24,000 for a single ad post on his pages, bringing his total off-pitch income to £4.4 million a year, and the number is still growing. The guy does a fantastic job at monetizing himself, and he definitely deserves your like here for that. Well, if everything is clear with the house and income, let's take a look at Phil Foden's car fleet. The Manchester City footballer owns a collection of highly expensive cars, including a limousine, Mercedes, Range Rover, Audi Q4, and BMW X5. How can one not be jealous if even Foden's teammate Jeremy Deco admires Phil's whips?
Wow! Looking good. Whoa, blue! This is a top car.
But will a luxury car be worth much if you have no smiling girlfriend next to you in the passenger seat? Fortunately, Foden has a beautiful wife named Rebecca Cook. Not much is known about the young lady, as she tries to keep a low profile on social media for some personal reasons. However, what we do know is that Phil and Rebecca's love is very strong. They first met as teenagers at a party in Stockport. Since then, Rebecca has been living with Foden and always attends matches to support her beloved, whether he plays for Manchester City or England. What's more, she's also the mother of his 2 children. Phil and Rebecca have a daughter, True, and a son, Ronnie, whom his parents have turned into a real Instagram star. The boy's account, run by his father and mother, has almost 4 million subscribers, and Ronnie has become a big favorite of Man City fans ever since he ran onto the pitch to his dad after winning the Champions League final. The other day, it was reported that the couple is expecting their 3rd child, so congratulations to them. Until now, we made no mention of Phil Foden's interesting non-football hobby. You see, the guy loves fishing. Since the age of 7, Phil has been taken out fishing at night by his dad, and it has become such a serious part of Foden's life that back in 2018 he missed the celebration of the Premier League title with the team since he had previously arranged to go fishing with his father and his mates. Phil's biggest catch is a 62-kilogram catfish he caught in Spain. Foden describes his hobby as follows. I was probably about 6 or 7, and my dad had a fishing rod of his and said we should go and try it out. I fell in love with it, and we ended up going every weekend. I still remember my first catch. It wasn't very big, I was just learning, but it's the excitement of when you get one for the first time. I think that's the buzz that makes you want to go again, but it's also a chance to chill and relax, and to spend time with my dad. I think it's really good after games when you have to rest your legs, and I just find it really enjoyable. What an interesting person this Phil Foden guy is! Yet, we have some more important details to share about him. Grandpa Walter is another important person who largely contributed to Foden's career. The old man always knew that his grandson would one day become a part of the national team of England, and his grandfather's backing was always there to guide Phil forward. However, a terrible tragedy happened. At the age of 47, Walter died in a motorcycle accident. That was a very shocking experience for Phil, who still plays for Manchester City wearing the number 47 shirt and has a tattoo of the same number on his neck in memory of his grandfather. Foden will never change his jersey number because it's a personal matter. Once Sergio Aguero left Man City in 2021, Phil was offered a shirt with the number 10 on the back, but even the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of a great Argentine striker didn't convince the guy. He admitted, "I didn't think about it. The 10 shirt is such a big number in the club, but I just have a thing with 47. I'd like to create my own legacy and keep that number." That was the age my grandfather was when he died. I was young when we lost him. I don't ever see changing. It's a number nobody else will go for. So hopefully in years to come, when I have finished, 47 at City will be remembered for Phil Foden. Meanwhile, Foden has already created a lasting legacy at Man City. As part of the Sky Blues, Phil became a 5-time English champion, won the FA Cup twice, and lifted the English League Cup 4 times. He can also be proud of himself for his victories in the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, and the Club World Cup. Just like Foden's second tattoo behind his other ear says, "Sky is the limit." We wish the prospect to continue winning all possible titles and become the first Manchester City man to ever earn the Ballon d'Or award. By the way guys, leave a like if you think Phil can get the Ballon d'Or in the next couple of years. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Inside Football channel. Thanks for watching and see you in a bit!